Welcome to Westbridge Hills episode 6 with me, MrSealyp. Here we are again on Westbridge Hills, up at the store. Surprise, surprise. Now I did say at the end of the last episode that there were going to be some bits of machinery that I was going to swap out. When I say swap out, sell and buy new ones, obviously, not just swap them, otherwise that would be a bit dodgy. These are the bits of equipment. I'm going to get rid of the telehandler, I'm getting rid of the Siloking feeder wagon, the bucket and the bale forks for the telehandler. I'll explain why in a moment. Money in the top right hand corner, 659,000, has gone up considerably. The reason being that on the bottom of the screen, missions completed 15. I was on 6, so I've done another 9. So yeah, the money's going up. I'm going to sell these bits and the money will go up a bit more, but then there's bits I need to buy, so we'll see how that goes. So let's sell all this and see what we're left with. Okay, 794,000. Now into the store. This is where it gets interesting. Well, for me anyway. You might think it's absolutely rubbish, but I think it's brilliant. So, first things first, feeder wagon. I'm going to get this, the PEECON Biga Mega Mammoet. It's 168,000. It's not cheap, but because of the changes with just do that. So the changes, the corrections, shall we say, to the silo, being that you now can't store total mixed ration. I need something bigger, otherwise it's going to take me ages to do it. This looks ridiculous, and I must admit, when it first came out I thought it's a joke piece of machinery. Obviously it's not real, you know, it's a bit of a laugh, isn't it? However, I've been looking online. It's real. It's a Dutch company. PEECON stands for Peters Construction, and it was started by a husband and wife 40 years ago who were just repairing agricultural machinery and then kind of got into production of making bits of machinery and things like that. And they've got factories all over the place, Italy, Germany. This is a real piece of equipment. So I thought, you know what, again, American map, big machinery, big fields, big farm, go big or go home. So here it is, the PEECON Mammoet. It holds 64,000 litres. And that's just the first of our new purchases. So into the store for the next. Now, I've been using telehandlers a lot and various different ones on different maps. I've also, in front loaders, used the Kramer, which is great. Nice little compact unit, does all sorts of cool stuff. Now, I was given some advice the other day about tractors when I was looking at getting a small tractor for something, and I was put onto the Lindner Lintrac 90. It has to be seen to be believed, but anyway, front attacher, yes. Main colour, I was going to go with green, but actually, you know what, I'm going to go with orange. Wheel setup. This will boggle your mind, and if you haven't seen this already, it's amazing. If you have, you know what's coming. I can't stop grinning. I think it's awesome. Right, so there we go. 86,000, which isn't overly expensive. So if I come out here, and it's probably hidden behind here now. Here it is. It is the diddiest little tractor. I mean, it is tiny, but it looks brilliant. Like space age with the twin wheels. It's got like a normal set with a narrow set on the outside. Now you can have it standard, wide wheels, or twins. Now I thought with the twins it gives it a kind of stable, very stable platform. When you get in it, it really is tiny, but what I love, it's got all-wheel steering. So I'm going to use it like a telehandler down at the dairy. Now, I thought it was a bit of a joke to start off with. When I first tried it out on my test map, it seemed too small with the equipment So I got another tractor and put it next to it, but then you look at the size of the body inside of it, it is a tiny tractor. Front lights, rear lights, main beam. It's a nifty bit of kit. The fact you can have it in all different colours and different configurations, and I think it looks brilliant. I love it. Anyway, there's some equipment I need to get to go with this. And it's going to look zany, it's going to look weird, and people are probably going to hate it. Like I said, big map, big fields, go big, go home, and I probably bought the smallest tractor you can possibly get. But it's brilliant. So, I don't know why I keep going in here. I can just do it from the main menu, but I will come in. So to go with that then, I need a front loader. Should go with the small one. I'm not going to go with the big one, and you'll see why. I'm also then going to go across because I do need the bale forks. Now the bale forks are going to be massive on this. I'm hoping they're going to work, but that's going to be a bit of a fingers crossed thing. Front loader, yes, but I need a bucket. The bucket needs to be 4,000 litres, very specifically 4,000 litres, so I'm going to go with that one. Front loader, buy. And then last but by no means least, what was the last thing I needed? Mine's gone blank. Oh yeah, rear weight. I definitely need a rear weight for this. Now, I thought I might get away with the 2,300, but I think I'll go for the Sawyer, I think it is, the 2,400, just to be on the safe side. Oh, actually, no, I won't. There was a reason why I wanted to get this one. That was it. It was the colour, because I can get one to match the tractor. It should be fine. We'll see how we get on. So with all this equipment, you'll see what I mean when I hook it all up. It's going to seem a bit peculiar. I mean, really peculiar. The front loader forks they are ridiculously huge, but they need to be ridiculously huge because in the absence of height or a telehandler arm, I need a bit of height. So like I say, when this hooks up, it's going to seem absolutely crazy. It's like a weird spider type thing. But anyway, swing that round. But I'm going to give it a go. I like it. I think it's a nifty bit of kit. Not everyone's cup of tea. People, if they're going to go big, are going to go for... Those tyres went down a little bit. They're going to go for big wheel loaders and stuff like that. I just think it looks quite space age, quite... Anyway, like I say, the stuff on it's going to look ridiculous. It's going to look way too big. But here's the thing. With that long reach arm, especially when I'm going to be loading up the PEECON, I need the reach. Now if I do it from the end, it actually works not too bad. So, hopefully, if I do it like this, and come up. Now, bear in mind there are bales on that, so I'm hoping the weight's going to do its job. I've got enough reach on there that I can go over the top. I'll probably come around a little bit more, get the angle just right. There you go. So we'll tip in, and with the bucket it's even easier. So I'm hoping, I really am hoping that the weight's not going to be too much. It could well be, but I'm going to give it a go. So there you go, that's the first bit of machinery. Now I'm not sure if this will even hook up to this, or it's not going to pull it, I wouldn't have thought. If it does, it's going to weigh it down so ridiculously. Oh, it does. No, that was taken off the back. Oh crikey, it does. That is just the most ridiculous thing you're ever going to see. But here's the thing. It's more versatile because it's got front and rear 3-point linkage as well, which just defies logic. It really does. But it's working. It's pulling this. This thing is mighty. It's small but mighty, and I love it. It's fantastic. Anyway, enough of that. We'll get it back. I mean, this is probably stopped now. Go up the hill. So, after me saying that. piece of kit, and you've got to like that, haven't you? Let's be honest. Just makes you smile. 4 mixer bars. Looking at it online, it's got self-lubricating bits in there and also, yeah, fantastic bit of kit. Now, one of the main reasons I went with the 4,000 litre bucket is for loading this up. Because the bales are all in 4,000s and this is a 64,000 litre container, it means it will all be done in 4,000 or blocks of 4,000 or blocks of 8,000 or 16,000. So having a bucket that's got 4,000 means it will work exactly the same as bales. So I love the fact it's all wheel steer. Brilliant. Right, put the forks down, go back for the bucket. Oh, something's just dawned on me actually. Will I be able to reach up there? High enough to take the top few off. That'll be fine. The bunker silo is done fermenting. Brilliant, which means we should be able to open the silo now. Wonderful. Which means we can start making food. It's always typical, it's going to start getting dark, isn't it, as we start to mix it. So it might mean, yes, the bunker silo's open, thank you, that we have to bring over cows maybe in the morning when the light's a bit better, I think, possibly. So, now we can start on this in a minute. Awesome. Let's quick look in here. Very nice. Now, if my maths is right, I'm hoping it is, if I split this 4 ways, bearing in mind I need twice as many hay bales, it works out 4 ways at 16,000. So that's 4 bales of each, roughly. But because I need twice as many of the hay bales, that means I'm going to need 8 of those. So I need 4 straw, 8 hay, and 4 bucket loads of silage, and that should give me the mix I need, I think. So I don't know if this is going to pick up 4 bales. We'll give it a go. Hopefully it will do 4. Whether it will tip them in as well, I don't know. Again, fingers crossed. Let's bring the claws back. It just might be way too much weight over the front because it's got sort of very long forks on this. I mean, this could work out to have been a colossal disaster, but I thought it looked quite cool. I like it, so let's see how we get on, shall we? I always found yeah, it's a bit of weight there, isn't there? The Kramer was always a bit like it as well. I was amazed at how well the Kramer dealt with things like this. I mean, it's bouncing, but it's not lifting the wheels off the floor. And that's what it's got to pick up for, so... Let's see how we get on. This is where it gets interesting. And the higher up it gets, the more directly overhead. It shouldn't be as bad, but I don't know. Take it over a little bit. Come on. Help me out here. Take the claws out. Oh dearie me. Okay, right. So that should be 4, lots of 4, that's 16,000. It's not particularly straight, but... Ah, you absolute... Never mind. Not to worry, I can get to them later. This will make life interesting. Now I'm offset, so it's not exactly right. So I'm not sure if these are going to tip in as well, but... In the wonderful world of crazy, doesn't get much crazier than this. Claws out. Okay. I'm worried I've miscalculated this. 16, 16, 32. That should be right, shouldn't it? Okay, that's all of those in. So, forks down. And bucket on. I think this will go from the side actually. I'm pretty sure when I tested it, it worked from the side. Now this is one of the buckets out of the oh, what was it again? Let's just check. I was doing the CSZ, CSZ, whatever you want to call it, pack. So hopefully this will tip in. No problem at all. Still my better for the end, maybe. So the usual feed wagon is 16,000 litres. So this is 4 times, so it's 4 of those basically. So I'm making 4 of those in one hit. Is realistically what I'm doing. It won't take quite 4,000, but it's not a problem. This is actually working out way better than I thought it would. Let's go right up. Okay, 2 more to go and we'll have 64,000 litres. hopefully doing feed in this kind of bulk means that this will sit, and I can do one of these every now and again, so that then when I get lots of animals in one hit, I can do this relatively quickly rather than taking a whole afternoon night to do it, which is what I did on Drummard. So hopefully this kind of works out better. Yes, a telehandler would be better. Yes, a telehandler would work easier. I wanted to try something different. I've used telehandlers a lot. And the fact this is... I still can't go over the fact it's all-wheel steer. It's brilliant. There was one of these, actually. Oh, please tell me. Oh, no, I've got the wrong one, didn't I? There is one of these that's actually got, for doing this kind of thing, it's actually got a, like a sliding hatch underneath. And this should... I'm going to be a few litres short. Give me 64,000 litres. There we go. That looks pretty full to me. And relatively quickly. No, I'm not even going to pretend for a second this is going to pull this with 64,000 litres in it. But if I hook up to it, it should tell me what's in it. $63,936. I'm short by a tiny bit, so I could just add a little bit more in. But that is, for all intents and purposes, done. Ready for feed. I've got water, I've got grass, mixed ration, got hay bales over, straw bales over there for bedding. We're good to go. I tried one bale all over the rail already, and the trigger was a long way out. So I don't know how many of these it will take. I'll take another one. I'll take that one. No, I'm assuming two is all it wants to take for the time being until I actually get some cows in there, but it will take them over the rail, so I don't need a bale shredder. That's good news. I did try to hook up to the grass loading wagon. That was amusing. I think the trailer hitch was so high on that, even when I tilted the whole thing forward, the back wheels of the Lindner were off the ground, so yeah, we won't bother with that. Let's just push that forward. And then we'll hopefully leave that there. Excellent. Right. So let's disconnect that. Drop that down a touch. Turn off lights. Turn off the engine. And hop out. The little engine that could. Wow. Love it. Okay. I need to go and get a bigger tractor. Which, to be fair, I had to do anyway when I had the telehandler, because the telehandler wouldn't hook up to either of those trailers. But it would hook up to the trailed line. I know that will hook up to this, but it won't pull it now because it's too heavy. So I'm going to need a bigger tractor down here just for moving these things around. So, off to get a bigger tractor. So into the Puma, that should do the job. It's all flat over there, it's not like I've got to lug things uphill or anything, so it should be fine. Should have actually looked where I was going, shouldn't I? So, seeing as the first thing I come to is the water, I'll do that first. It'll only take a little bit of each of these just to put something in there until I've got the cows, but to put some fuel in this at some point too. Not the tank of the tractor, of course. I think it's the water over the far side. Hope so. Yep. Didn't take very much, which I didn't think it would. What I will do though is leave that there for the time being, because once I've got some cows it will need restocking, so I'll leave it there for the time being and I can restock it later. Grass will be this side, I think. Which is fair, I could probably put grass in any of them, it doesn't really matter, but I think it's this side. Same thing with that. Leave it there for a little bit, because once I've got the cows I'll need more. So let's see how well this fares. A bit of wheel slip there, just to get it going. But it is pulling. Now this will unload either side, so I have to check the unload side. Don't want it pouring out the wrong way. So tip side should be right now. There we go. Okay, that's taken a lot considering there's nothing in there. Wow. So, I will leave the tractor over here. Okay, wait for the morning and we'll get up there nice and early to the livestock market. We'll get some cattle, I think. Just before 5:30 and we're up at Emerson's. Just need to get the trailer into the dialogue box and then we can actually load up with our cows. I'm hoping I can do it just from the edge. There we go. And cows it is. I think this takes 20. Yes it does, bottom left hand corner. So, now interesting enough, this is pretty much mirroring what I was doing in Drummond in the last episode. 100,000 for 20 cows. Probably have to do a couple of loads with the money I've got, but everything is in place and ready for them. So they're in here, double stacked. Sure I bought cows, not sardines, but never mind. So, unlike Drummond, where I used the small Betamax trailer, the RDS, this I'm using the Art Mechanics. I've leased it. I mean, it seems like a huge trailer on Drummond. On this map, It just disappears into the landscape. It's so weird driving back down this road. Having played this for so long on 15, on the left here were like big barns, and coming down the road and the barns not being there, it just seems a bit odd. It seems like there's something missing in the landscape, but there you go. Right, what I will do is, if I can turn it round without hitting the fence, I shall do just that and back this up into the unload point. Somewhat badly, but there we go. Let's just jump out. Fantastic. And unload our 20 from the right hand side in the trailer, left hand side into the farm. Confirm. Absolutely. We have cows. 20 of them to be precise. This is not a very big cow pasture, so as we get some more, they're gonna, I say they'll fill it. Obviously there won't be the exact amount I've bought, but let's have a look in the feed situation. So as you can see already, by putting 20 in there, what I'd already given them has gone down a little bit. So all those are going to need to be filled up. I'm going to whiz up, get another 20. So at least we'll have 40 cows on the go on the farm. I will need to add more, but at 100,000 for every 20, I'm going to have to start chucking in a lot of contracting or making some money some other way. To make this affordable. I can't wait for traffic. Nobody's got time for that. And this is load number 2, which puts us at 40. 200,000 out of the bank account. Wow, it goes quick. I'm just wondering where all the cows glitched to. They were there. I know they were. I saw them. Okay. This is quite a cumbersome trailer. Right, so let's unload 20, which gives us 40 now. But confirm. Check the feed. Whoa. Okay, feeding the animals. That's going to come next. Let's just pull that forward. And hop out. Okay, well, I said on this episode we'd get cows, and we have cows. We did a lot of work to get to where we needed to be. All I need to do now is whiz around in the tractor, hook up to each of these, and fill up to where we need to be. And then I would imagine I'm going to have to fill that thing back up again, the PEECON Mammoet. So, that is the end of this episode. It's been another busy one. We've been making feed, we've been using new equipment. We now have cows. The first step in the right direction for livestock on Westbridge Hills. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share the video, please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do, as always. Thanks for watching.